Things are looking up for the Democratic Party. Tuesday was a massive win for the left-wing movement. I said in the previous video that these races are bellwethers for what's to come in 2026 and 2028. So let's investigate that further. I want to know if the polls were accurate and did they underestimate or overestimate Democratic support. That will tell us so much about what's going to happen in 2026 and 2028. So before we get into it, just a quick reminder, hit the subscribe button and enable notifications. It really helps us bring you more stories like this. This is Cameron Williams, and welcome to Pragmotiv News. The country is swinging to the left in a major way. Tuesday's elections show that the country is sick and tired of Donald Trump's shit. Across Virginia and New Jersey, Democrats dominated and crushed expectations. Let's start with Virginia. Republicans thought they had a shot, and they thought wrong because Abigail Spanberger crushed Republican Winsome Earl Sears with a 14.6-point margin. And Democrats won all other statewide races and expanded their majority in the Virginia House of Delegates. Then there's New Jersey. Republicans there was hoping to build on their gains from 2024, but instead Mikey Sherrill, the Democrat, defeated Jack Ciattarelli with a 13.6-point margin. So let's look at realclearpolling.com. This is the New Jersey governor's race. The RCP average had Mikey Sherrill at 13.3 points leading. Now we see the final results was 13.1 points. That was a massive underestimation of Democratic support. Then you see, if I go to Virginia governor, it underestimated Abigail Spanberger too. It said 10.2 points on average for Abigail Spanberger, but it ended up being 14.6. So what we're seeing here in the polling aggregates is important because it suggests something big. The polls were mostly right, but about who was leading, but they underestimated the enthusiasm on the left. This echoes what we've been seeing since Donald Trump took office. Democrats have been overperforming in special elections ever since Inauguration Day. This proves that people are sick and tired of Donald Trump's shit, like I said. Now, if we compare these results to Kamala Harris's 2024 margins, we see something interesting. In both Virginia and New Jersey, Kamala Harris won those states by around a 5.5-point margin. And now we see Democrats winning by double digits in Virginia for the first time since the 1988 presidential election. That's usually a sign of a strengthening coalition, and that should terrify Republicans heading into 2026 and 2028. Because if we apply the 9-point difference between Kamala Harris's margins in Virginia, for example, to the 14.6-point margin of Abigail Spanberger's victory the other day, that translates to a 9-point difference. And if I edit by margin and click the Democrats down here and shift it by 9 points, boom, 319 to 219. Democrats win. So yeah, the Republicans should be terrified. And when we talk about the Senate race, you can see here, you got the obvious states, blue, Oregon, Colorado, New Mexico. Texas, Montana, Michigan, North Carolina, Georgia, those are all competitive races. And if the Democrats play their cards right, they could win all of these. And that puts the Democrats at a 51-seat majority right off the bat. And even if they stop there and the Republicans win every other race, And it's 51-49. That sets the Democrats up to be able to build on top of that and get a more comfortable margin in 2028. And Democrats' performance this week shows that that's very well possible. And it shows that people are angry because right now they're being threatened by extremism. So they turn out. And this is the result. And right now that anger is aimed squarely at the GOP. Voters are fed up with government shutdowns, ICE raids, and MAGA chaos. They want stability, empathy, and results. All of these races could be very competitive, like I said, especially with how pissed off the electorate is. So I'm confident Democrats can overperform again, potentially in ways that make the GOP's gerrymandering meaningless. Democrats are also fighting back on their own with redistricting efforts, leveling the playing field in states like California and Illinois. So I honestly see a 51 seat majority for the Democrats, and it's very possible for them to get a 59 seat majority with all of this momentum, and especially if the Democrats field the right candidates. That is the most important thing. Democrats need to run candidates that actually connect with voters in their states. A candidate like AOC or Zohran Mamdani is perfect for New York, California, and we should have more of them, but maybe not in Montana or Louisiana. Those two states are winnable, but they're not going to elect someone as far left as that. So we need a coalition of moderates and far left candidates to get the kind of majority we need to do the stuff that the American people want us to do. Because right now, we need to run on actual policies because the Republicans aren't given the right policies. So if we fill the void with actual tangible policies that can be done, then we will win. It's that simple. It's all about meeting people where they are. If Democrats keep this momentum and field the right candidates, a Senate majority is possible, and it will set us up nicely to get over 60 seats in 2028. That's when real change becomes possible. With a filibuster-proof majority, Democrats could pass Medicare for all, rewrite the tax code to give working class people a break, and make the wealthy finally pay their fair share. This is bold, yes, but very possible. We just have to fight for it. And Tuesday proves what Kamala Harris said. When we fight, we win. That's all for now. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow at Pragmotiv News everywhere to stay pragmotivated. Also, remember you can find us across major platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Audible, and iHeartRadio so that you can listen to us even when you're on the go. So head on over there now and follow us and leave a review. It really helps us out. And until next time, peace.